Yo, what's going on, guys? Icy3P here. How's it going? A bit of a moody lighting because it is late at night. We just got done with wild card number 4. You may be asking, how is that even possible? Wild card 4 is not till Saturday, August 31st. Well, that is for this World Cup right here. Wild card seat number 4, Rainbow Tournament, which is featuring Harrier, Bad at Geo, Harmless, and Trickster. I am not involved with that at all, but I am involved with our own GeoGuessr World Cup that we have put on. Let's take a look. First of all, June 21st, 22nd, we did the Americas Regionals. We had 8 players competing. This was open sign up. We had other players who just missed the qualification. These are the top 8 players that participated. Then we had the EMEA Regionals in early July. We had 16 players competing in this. It was pretty massive, a pretty massive tournament. And we had some really good players from Europe. And that's about it. And of course, we had the Asia Regionals that also included Oceania. And we had some very good players here as well, including Armani, an actual World Cup player. Well, these are all actual World Cup players, but Armani's a GeoGuessr World Cup player. You know what I mean? We also had a wild card number 1, which was basically taking into effect the ratings of all of the GeoGuessr players that competed. As you can see, we had a lot of good players here. Aiming at 1876, currently in the lead, and this took over the course of 18 total days, so over 2 weeks. People were battling, and as you can see that their ratings were changing every single day here. Some people were bouncing up. Look at Kaiser having a huge run here. Well, he just dropped down, but he's about to have a huge run. There he goes, so all the way up. And a lot of good players in here as well. The other 3 wild cards were just various forms of bracket GeoGuessr tournaments that took place, and here are all of your qualified players. The empty slot down here is Tableau, and we actually just wrapped up that tournament just before this. And here's everybody else who qualified. Dev ended up winning the Americas Regionals. Kiribati for Life ended up winning the Europe, Middle East, and Africa Regionals, and Armani, representing Pakistan, ended up winning the Asia and Oceania one. So I wanted to give my predictions for this tournament, but also for the GeoGuessr World Cup as well in 2 weeks. This one is, of course, happening on August 30th. We will be doing the group stage of this one, and the next day will be August 31st, which is when the wildcard 4 is happening, but also the final day to see who is going to win. So here's the official graphic. As you can see here, there was a 1-month differential prize for all of the regionals and a $75 grand prize for the World Cup, which is the biggest pot I think we've ever had here on the channel. So it's wonderful. So we do have a thing in the Discord server where we do have predictions, and if you can get a perfect prediction, if you get every single question right, you get an exclusive role in the Discord, which is pretty cool. I still have not gotten it. I still have not gotten a perfect score on one of these predictions, but maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the time. So I would like to share my predictions with you all. Obviously, all of these players are very, very good. I think all of them are capable of winning, but there are some that are maybe more favorited than others. So Group A here is looking very strong. We have Dev, Vamp, Rick, Igor, Moltres, Eric, and Ivo here. We have 2 Americans and 4 red, white, and blue flagged Europeans, I guess. Wait, every single flag here is red, white, and blue. I wonder if that was intentional. It was not. Dev won the American Regionals. I think I'm going to put Dev as the winner of Group A. Played absolutely out of his mind in the Americas Regionals. And also, I don't think even lost a single game in that entire tournament. Went flawless even in the group stage and in the best of 3s, I think. Maybe lost 1 or maybe 2 games. Overall, but a very dominant performance by Dev. Wildcard 4 tournament we just played may have been the most difficult tournament to win. So with that being said, I'm going to give it to Tableau. I think Tableau has been playing very, very well and ended up beating Eamon, who is a World Cup player from New Zealand, to make it into this spot. So very, very much deserved. And we do have a lot of very good players here. We have Kiribati for Life, who won the Europe, Middle East, and Africa regionals, but Tableau did not play in that tournament. We also have Simon Goose, Zamza, Ali Cream, and Yard, all very good players. And I don't know who would come in second place, but I think Tableau is just a little bit above. Next up, we have Group C. We have Armani, Milan, Don't Give Up, Joey Spiel, Bird Pie, and Geo. Now, Vishva was supposed to be playing, but had to drop out. So Joey Spiel is the one who, first of all, made all these graphics. So shout out Joey Spiel. He's going to be taking the place of Vishva. Now, this one I think is between 2 people, in my opinion. We have Armani and we have Geo. I think that any 4 of these players can really sneak up and do some good. But of course, Armani in the World Cup, and Geo's been playing very, very well. And Geo is just, I mean, it's in his name. Like, he's a GeoGuessr player. But I do have to give the win to Armani here. I think it would be an upset if Armani lost. So that's what I'm going to put. Group D, I think, is the most balanced group. I don't think that there is any one person that really goes ahead of everyone else. Anybody, I think, could win this group. Now, with that being said, there is the Thai goat here, Ning, and so I think I may have to give it to him, but there are a lot of other really good players here as well. Barry the Bee had a phenomenal run in the wild card number 1 to win that, which was very impressive. Vince came in second in the EMEAs, which is also very impressive. Lubeck came in second in the Americas regionals. Little Fox, just an absolute insane player. And Shader Knight ended up beating me to get here in the last chance game of the Americas regionals, which is unbelievable. I mean, a joke, I'm rooting against Shader Knight here, but if he wins, he wins, you know. But speaking of Shader Knight was streaming about 2 days ago. He says the title of the stream was Practicing for the Icy3P GeoGuessr World Cup. Absolutely insane. This guy's been on the grind 2 days ago. He also will be live streaming the second stream. There's a B stream because there are 48 games in the group stage. Obviously, that's not possible in one stream unless I'm going to be here for like 16 hours. So we have Shader Knight going to be hosting probably maybe a little bit less than half of the games. And he just lost. Unfortunate Shader Knight. Well, he's a very good player. I do thank him for doing that and making it live. So before Shader Knight, it would have just been not live in Discord. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So the tournament on Friday, August 30th will be starting at 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. That is CDT at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, which is approximately 14, I think. So yeah, if you are interested in watching, make sure to check it out. It'll be on my Twitch, which is linked in the description. And of course, make sure to check out Shader Knight's Twitch as well. Day 2, half of these players will be eliminated going into day 2, which is going to be crazy. But that will be taking place 1 hour later on Saturday at 3 p.m. So 15 CDT. I hope to see you there. So the question on everyone's mind, who do I think is going to win? Out of all these 4 groups, there's one person that sticks out to me, and it, of course, is Armani. But, okay. If I have to get technical here, I think there's a few people that could challenge Armani in this tournament. One of them is Dev. Dev always plays well in tournaments here on the channel. Has played in quite a few of them and has done very, very well. I don't think I've seen a Dev Armani matchup before. It may have happened out there in some other tournaments, but not here, I don't believe. Going to be epic to watch if it turns out. Obviously, they're not in the same group, so they may not even face. If Geo can make it out of Group C, I think he has a good shot at rising up. Geo has won many tournaments here on the channel as well. Very, very good. But the thing is, he got bounced out early in the EMEAs. He made it to day 2, but he got out in the first round of the quarterfinals. So Geo, does he have what it takes to get to the finals? I guess we'll have to find out. This wildcard 4 spot here, Tab Blue, I think definitely has potential. Ended up having to be Amon, having to be all of some insanely good players in this tournament today in the wildcard 4 spot. And I think he has what it takes potentially to beat Armani. I know Trees Eric is hyped. He wants to really win this tournament. It's going to be a battle here in Group A because these 4 players, Ricky, Gorsmal, Trees Eric, and Ivo, I feel like are very, very similar. I feel like Vamp is also a very good player and may even be above these. I don't really know. Vamp is obviously a very good player. Won one of the wild cards, which, as I said, very tough to win these wild cards in this tournament. So definitely could be a wild card in this tournament to win, you know. Gotta give credit to Milan as well. I forgot to mentally mention Milan, but Milan is a very good player from Hungary and used to be a #1 world ranked player. So I mean, you can't really count out Milan. We do have some very, very good players here. We of course have Bird Pie here, who's been very active on the channel. Gotta shout out Bird Pie. Maybe a sleeper pick is Lubeck, who really loves moving. And there's not many moving players in this tournament. I will be honest. There are not many moving players in this tournament, which could give a guy like Lubeck maybe a little bit of an edge here. Like Simon Goose, also a moving player. A guy like Zamza, who really only plays NMPZ, might be at a disadvantage to win this tournament. May not make it past the group stage. It's going to be tough. I mean, where you got to play to your strengths. You really do. So I'll go with Armani. You know, why not? That's my winner of the World Cup. We'll see if it happens. We'll see if it doesn't happen. Who knows? I should just mention that we are actually on Liquipedia. If you want to check out Liquipedia, it's basically a Wikipedia, but for a lot of games and such. And Liquipedia is fantastic. It's a GeoGuessr section, and we are actually in the GeoGuessr section. And as you can see, we have everything is filling up here. You can see the exact results of every single game and everything, all of the formats, the playoffs, everything is here, including all the players. Some of them have pages right now. Some of them don't have pages quite yet. But yeah, really cool stuff. And shout out Yarin, who is putting all of this together. So you can see is the grand prize. And you can check out the group stage, which hasn't been entered quite yet, but it starts in 14 hours, 38 minutes, and 10 seconds from when I am recording this. All right, now let's talk about the GeoGuessr official World Cup that I'm actually going to Sweden to attend. So it's going to be cool. I'm going to see a lot of these games, but let's talk about some of the players here. First of all, Group A, we have the defending champ, Kansas. And when you look at that, I mean, you kind of have to give them the edge a little bit. I feel like Kansas and Blinky are always playing together, or they're in the same group, or they're in the same group in the EMEAs, maybe, or at least they played, or maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm hallucinating here, but I feel like they're together a lot. Anyways, Group A here: Kansas, Sheena, Finborn, Blinky, Chicago Geographer, and Swan Gambit. I'm rooting for Chicago Geographer. Of course, I have to go with the Americans here, and he's the only American in Group A. From both continents. So we have a lot of Europeans, of course. But who will actually win? Will CG actually win, or will it be Blinky? The thing is about the GeoGuessr World Cup is that moving is huge. There's 2 moving games in the first 3 games, which means anybody who's based in moving, such as Blinky, may come out on top. But it really could go either way. It's only a minute time, so they have to know where they are moving within a minute, which sometimes it is easy to do, sometimes it is not. So I'm going to say Blinky is the obvious choice. I'm going to say Kansas. Let's see if Kansas is going to go back-to-back. I don't know if he's going to win yet. I haven't gotten that far. Okay, Group B, we have Topotic, Orlando, Zigzag, Debray, Crooks, and whoever wildcard number 4 is. We don't know that at this time when I'm recording this. But we do have Topotic, Orlando, Zigzag, Debray, and Crooks. This is an interesting case because we have Orlando, who I thought played very, very well. We have Zigzag, who is, of course, consistently good. Crooks and Debray, I think they're kind of even in my opinion, but I think Topotic is going to win this one. First of all, won the EMEAs, proven winner. I think Topotic just plays very, very well, but I would not be surprised if any of these players, I mean, honestly, I think any player can win any group here, but I'm going to have to give Group B to Topotic. Group C, we got 2 Americans, which I love, but that means that one of them is going to have to lose. And who do we pick? We have Armani, who's playing in both World Cups. What a GOAT, right? What a GOAT. Karania is maybe a favorite to win this one. But Kratsu played very, very well in the French as a French player. I think did better than Blinky in the EMEA. So you got to give credit to Kratsu there. Jake Lyons is always a sleeper pick. Jake Lyons usually can do decently well, and it kind of surprises everyone every single tournament. So Jake Lyons will always be there. Armani's an NMPZ type of guy. Will he be able to thrive? I don't know. I'm taking Radu C. First of all, Radu C is just unbelievably good. Some people may say he's the best player in the world, but Radu came into wildcard 2 or 3. I forget which one it actually was. I think it was 2 maybe, or was it 3? I don't remember. But absolutely dominated that wild card. And the wild cards, I think, are the hardest ones to make it through with. So if you get in via wild card, like Swan Gambit and MK, you have to give them credit as well as underdogs, because being a wild card is, I think, more difficult to get into the tournament than anything else. So that's Group C. We have a lot of Karania is more NPZ too, I think, right? Kratsu more moving, Spaghetti, everything. Jake Lyons more moving. Interesting. We have a different dynamics in Group C, which is going to be interesting to see. Finally, we got Group D. Got Gingy, Foul, Kodiak, Mata, Amon, and MK. This is an interesting case. Who do I want to win? I'm rooting for Amon. Been an active member of the community for a long time here in the Icy3P world. So I'm rooting for Amon. Hope he does very, very well. But will he win? Will he win? There's a lot of good players here. I think Matt is a strong pick. A lot of people still don't know who Matt is, but he had a very good run in the EMEAs. Foul, you can't count out Foul either. Had a really strong one last year into the semifinals, was it? I mean, incredible. Lost to Kansas, which, ended up winning. So Foul could end up winning this year as well. Kodiak looking for some revenge. Didn't perform well last year, but Kodiak is out for blood, I think. Wants to win to this year. And Gingy, Gingy's one of those fast guessers. Same with MK. They kind of insta-send. That's going to be a hilarious matchup to watch Gingy versus MK, I feel. Especially in moving. Will they even move? Or will they just both guess immediately? Going to be fun. Who do I think is going to win? I'm going to say Foul. I'm going to say Foul. Still don't know why he changed his name. Does anybody know? I don't know. But used to be Fungus, Among Us. But Foul, very, very good player. Underrated. I think he's winning Group D. All right, guys. So who's going to win the whole thing? Is it going to be Group A, B, C, or D? I think someone from Group A is going to win. I'm going to call it out right now. Whether or not it's Consis is remained unseen at this time. But Consis, Blinky, anyone in Group A could really win. To be honest, I may have to flip a coin. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this one. Maybe I just go out and say that wild card number 4 is going to win. I mean, you might as well just say wild card number 4 is going to win here because it really could be anybody. Maybe my favorite here is going to be Radu C. I think Group A is the strongest. I do. If people might be saying other things out there, I personally think Group A is the strongest, but I think someone from Group C is going to win the World Cup. I said Group A earlier because there are some favorites here. There's Consis and Blinky. They were both in the finals last year, so and they're in the same group this year, which is a little unbelievable, actually. But Group C, we have Kratsu, Karania, Armani, Jake Lion, Spaghetti, and Radu C. I think all of them have potential to go far in this tournament, more so than any other group, really. More so than any other group. So we'll see. I'm putting my money on Radu C if I had to put my money on anyone, but I'm happy to see anyone win in this tournament. I'm happy to see some GeoGuessr gameplay at the highest level. So yeah, guys, here was the wildcard 4 earlier today. But I will see you all hopefully in the stream. If you're watching this like 3 or 4 days after it was uploaded, I hope you enjoyed the predictions. But my tournament will be over, so you will see if I was correct or not. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. A little bonus episode today. Little bonus. We'll see you next Wednesday for an Explore 25K. I don't know what country it's going to be yet. Haven't even practiced or recorded yet, but let's get out of here, guys.